Welcome to 108 Gate, where we are doing the Divine Feminine reading. Very interesting vibe. I say that every time, don't I? It's always interesting. I find it interesting. Hopefully you find it interesting too. So, cooperation, virility and endurance. Take the hand offered or ask. Shake it up a little. You've got this. Hold on, you can do this. So it feels like as though Divine Feminine is going into a new space of cooperating with others, working with others, allowing others in to bring in a certain level or a certain type of support. It may be new to you, or it may be that you haven't felt safe to do this for a while. If you've been hurt, if you've been let down, if you've been lied to. So it's saying that basically to come at this with a new, renewed sense of possibility, a renewed sense of potential. Let's get the cards. Very steady yourself, steady yourself. There's a lot of nervousness or a lot of anxiousness around this. Again, certain things that have been coming up in the past readings around having those conversations, making sure you're being clear about what you need, about what you want, about what you'll accept and what you won't accept. That opens the door to figuring out if there's space for compromise. That opens the door up for others to understand that you're not okay with certain things if you're not. If you don't speak up, others will assume you're okay with certain things and continue on their way in that way. So it's kind of doing yourself a favour more than anything to speak up about what you need. In an Empress mode, just really stepping up. So I don't think this is even to do with others stepping up. I think it's about you stepping up within yourself. You actually being a friend to yourself. You being a good companion for yourself. You being honest for yourself, to yourself, to make sure that you're receiving and achieving certain things that you didn't want to go towards before, because you knew it's going to require you to invest a certain part of yourself. The investment here is around you having faith in being able to manage certain relationships, being able to manage particular dynamics. So the Empress is definitely saying, come forward towards me, come forward towards your higher self, come forward towards your higher potential. Don't hold yourself back any longer. Excuse me. Eight of Coins, what are you building? What are you wanting to achieve? Come forward towards that. This feels like this is how to approach it. This is feeling like, what are you trying to achieve? You're trying to achieve something. You're trying to build something. Wow. Trying to build something to the point of actual fruition, actual completion, actual benefit for yourself. The Emperor. What can I say? Empress, Emperor, supporting this process of 10 of Coins and 8 of Coins, building to make sure that you're being continuously attentive to what you're trying to achieve, to what you are achieving, to what you want to achieve further on down the line, and then actually getting to that point, not looking at it as a whimsical kind of dream ahead of you, looking at it as a tangible thing that's possible to do, looking at it as in like, right, that's what I want to achieve, how do I do it? You do the work, you make sure you do the have the appropriate conversations, cooperation, have the appropriate conversations to make sure you are also stating what you need as a supportive energy back for you to do this. If you require a certain level of reassurance, then you need a certain level of reassurance, then ask for that. Let the love flow to you, let the appreciation flow to you, let the appreciation and love flow to yourself, as well as to what you want to achieve. If you want to achieve something, there's no point resenting it as like, I wish the dream was already there, achieved. The process is what's important. The fact that you're wanting to do something, if you are, and then want to achieve it, and you're working towards achieving it. Therefore, just keep loving the process, keep showering the process with love. So an image that's coming up is if you had a pet or a child or someone who you are protective of or need to take care of, even if it's your inner child, and it comes forward that you have to protect that thing, that entity, that version of self. How would you respond? How would you act? How would you speak? Or how would you speak now if you didn't speak in the correct manner before, if you didn't behave in the correct manner before, or seemingly correct manner? So this with the Nine of Swords upside down, like just stop worrying about is this going to not go correct? Is this going to go wrong? Is this going to go wrong? Because that straight away is not pouring in love, it's pouring in doubt, it's pouring in fear. It does feel like there's quite a few examples of where fear is overriding love, and the thing is, it's not being seen, it's not being identified, because the love is felt. So the fear is kind of like an undercurrent, but the undercurrent of the love underneath the fear is kind of sandwiching it, so it's not identifiable as fear, if that makes sense. It's kind of like yes, but yes. It's the but that's a problem. It's the but that in the love, but love. It's those buts that are a problem and need attention. They need acknowledging, and they need rectifying. So back and forth. What have you got? You got two. Which one do you decide on? Which one are you going for? Are you going to choose your higher self? Are you going to choose your higher potential? Are you going to choose that which you're working towards, or are you going to just let it go? And if you look at the reasons why you're just going to let it go, is it actually justifiable, or is it just that you're being unable to confront those things you need to confront? So Queen of Coins under the Empress, looking at those decisions. What is your own value? The Empress asking the Queen of Coin, what is your actual value? And don't say in a false way, I know I'm worth this and I know I'm worth that. Then show me. If you're worth that, then ask for what you need. If you're worth that, then do what you need to do. If you're worth that, then make sure you're treated in that same manner that you, as a queen, deserve to be treated. If your requests are being denied, if you're being ignored with what you're saying and what you're asking from others, there's a massive alarm bell going off, because you're going to be fooling yourself more than anyone else fooling you. So take heed of that. Make sure you're aware of that. Four of Swords. Taking that time to rest, taking that time to understand that this time now is not the same as when something went wrong the last time. Speak up. You may have an amazing outcome happen. So Six of Swords, when you leave behind those things that just weren't working, leave behind to go to more serene, more beautiful, more easier situations, scenarios. You don't need to carry that struggle with you. So it feels like there's a lot of I can just keep going with this, I can keep going with this. You won't be able to, because if you're carrying a new load, you're carrying a new dream, you're going more towards your actual dream that you gave up on, or you left behind, or was taken from you. Not only do you have to sustain this dream, there was a reason it didn't happen before. You weren't able to sustain it. To be able to sustain it now, you need to be able to be ready to have the appropriate rest, make that disconnection from the last time it didn't work out, if it didn't, and now making sure you're walking away from any energies that are not cooperating with you the way you need to, or the activities that are not cooperating with you the way you need them to be. They have to be addressed. And this is getting a bit of a boring message. I know it sounds like it's getting a bit of a boring message. It's getting a bit of a tedious message to keep going through, because I can sense that there's a lot of pins that are holding some people down, but you need to pick those pins out. And again, so when you are doing those things and you are speaking up for yourself, let's go to the next level. Let's go to the next level. Let's collectively, like, really speak up for what you need. What you might need might not that be such a big deal. It might be in your mind that you think it's a big deal. I'm asking for this. Just because you never asked for it before, just because you never got the response you needed or wanted for before, doesn't mean you can't get it now. Were you being assertive enough? Were you actually saying it with words which were communicating an authority? Were you communicating in a way where you were saying that this is not an option, this is how it is? If you can't help me, if you can't work with me or be with me or live with me or work on this project with me, whatever it is, in this way, it's not going to work. I can't do this. If you don't have the courage to say that, you don't have the courage to do that, this is going to be not so easy to achieve. You have to be able to protect this that's coming in. What you're working towards, you have to be able to protect it. So I'm going to leave that there. Quite a profound and strong message. The same message, similar message to what's been coming in, but today it's getting even stronger. There's no ifs, ands or buts. It's a yes, but, yes, if, yes, and. There's no room for the ifs, ands or buts. It's going to be yes, yes. Done. For now, peace and love.